Now, I don't know if you know this, or perhaps you're somebody who's going through this right now, but did you know that there's a record number of people who are working multiple jobs right now? Like more than ever before. It makes you wonder why the Fed keeps raising rates, doesn't it? Sure, I mean, I get it. Our jobs report killed the street's estimates in more jobs created than ever, but it's not people getting hired to work over at Boeing. It's people getting a side hustle over at Chipotle so they can keep the electricity on.
Multiple job holders reached 8,137,000 in March, or 5.1% of the total employed population, according to the latest data from the Bureau of Labor Statistics. That's up from close to 7.5 million people during the same period last year, or 4.7% of the total employed population.
You know, you think about what Joanna just said, we have over the past couple of years doubled the number of people in this country who have to work 2 jobs. That's astounding. And oh, by the way, that number is going to go up since all the Anyway real estate brands and Remax brands just decided to sacrifice buyer agent commissions to avoid a class action lawsuit. I wonder how this conversation is being spun in brokerage offices today. I wonder if the individual agent understands that every single person uphill from them at that company, that brokerage, has no choice but to toe the party line. Tell me how and why this settlement is in your best interest. I really want to know what's being said. I want to know what's trickling down, or rather dribbling out of the crack of the corporate spin headquarters.
Adam researchers examined the median home prices last year for roughly 575 U.S. counties and found that home prices in 99% of those areas are beyond the reach of the average income earner. That sounds very unsustainable.
You know, Canada has done more than set trends with music like Bryan Adams and Justin Bieber, comedy like Mike Myers and Jim Carrey, and culture like...
Old time here, no doubt about it. They both respond. Lefts and rights.
They have and are setting trends in housing and real estate. For example, here's a graph of U.S. housing prices versus Canadian housing prices. You see in 2008 how we had our value correction where prices went down? Well, at that very time, the Canadian housing market said, "Oh, you think your houses are expensive over there, hey? Well, here, hold my beer there, you hoser." And their prices went through the roof, setting a less affordable trend than what we've seen here in the United States. So how did that whole thing turn out? I want to know, because what's happening in Canada over the past few years should let us know what's about to happen with our housing market here in the States.
And in short, it's a mess. Starting in February of 2022, prices started to decline rapidly as the Bank of Canada hiked interest rates. Prices for detached homes had declined by $400,000 in the Greater Toronto Area by September of 2022. As the Bank of Canada hiked the overnight interest rate above 4%, mortgage rates rose above 5.5%, putting more pressure on borrowers. Inflation accelerated due to the energy crisis. Therefore, there's no end in sight in how high interest rates will go to bring that inflation down.
I say it's time to invest in the Canadian housing market. What do you guys say? I mean, are we going to go the way of Canada? Or is our national ego just a bit too big to accept that inevitability? Now, all I have to say about the Canadian housing market and our future housing market is I sure damn hope so.
I sure hope so.
If 99% of real estate is unaffordable to Jane and Joe middle-class buyer, then something has to change, right? And understand, our course is tracking Canada's in both price and policy. So the question then becomes, will demand, or the lack thereof, be the next puck to drop? Get that one, huh?
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
In our market. Only time will tell. Cross your fingers, people. So check this out. This is a really great opportunity, especially for a lot of smaller brokerages out there. But Broker Plus has enterprise pricing for everybody now. You know how like the big companies would always get a cut on price? Well, Broker Plus is bringing their best price, $99 an account for everybody. Listen, things are harder on you. It should be harder on everybody until things improve. Broker Plus is $99 now. You need to check it out. I'm telling you right now, the platform just kicks butt. Fill out the information down below. Check it out.